so rainy outside, I need to talk about some summer books to lift my mood. Hello my beautiful people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Gianna Lian, and we are going to get into lots of summer book recommendations for you guys for this summer. Now I did get multiple comments, we need a summer book recommendations video, but where's the summer book recs? Because I did post a spring and summer TBR. You guys were looking for those summer book recommendations, so I was like, okay. I compiled a list of 25 plus recommendations for you guys. We have standalones, we have thrillers, we have beach reads, we have series that I recommend you guys. We just have it all in this video. So if you are looking for those summer book recs of what you can read on the beach or on vacation or literally just inside your house if you want on a sunny day, this is the video for you guys. And while you're watching the video, don't forget to subscribe. Join the family. We have so much fun over here. I just ran up the stairs and I'm out of breath already. But let's get into it, okay? We got an energy drink too, to keep this video interesting. Okay, so I did make a list here. It's not in any order whatsoever. I don't really know what order I'm gonna go into, but we're just gonna start somewhere and then it's just gonna go from there, right? We just wing it over here. I feel like this has to be their first recommendation. We have The Hotel Nantucket by Elin Hilderbrand, you guys. This is my first Elin Hilderbrand book I've ever read, and I freaking loved it. I ate it up. This was a 5 out of 5 star read for me. I was not expecting it to be a 5-star. I definitely thought and knew I was going to enjoy it, but not to that extent, okay? Elin Hilderbrand's writing is perfect for a summer read. She not only makes you feel like you are literally on the vacation that her characters are on, but her characters as a whole are written so well. You're following so many of them all at once. They each have their own different problems that you're following, and there's just so much going on in her books, and it keeps you intrigued. So everyone who has said that Elin Hilderbrand's writing is like grandma-like or boring, I just don't agree with you. I just don't see it. So I highly recommend The Hotel Nantucket, and I definitely recommend this as your first Elin Hilderbrand book as well. You're just gonna fall in love, I'm telling you. Ever since I finished this book, I now have over 5 books on my physical TBR now. She is my leading summer author for 2025. Next, kind of an interesting one, but bear with me because I'll explain. We have Survive the Night by Riley Sager. Riley Sager is an amazing psychological thriller author, one of my faves. I've read a lot of his backlist at this point, but this book for some reason just screams summer to me. Like a very gloomy / mysterious summer night. That is what this book is giving me. The whole book revolves around one night, one drive. It's very, very twisty. It's very mysterious. You're kind of going back and forth with the driver and the main character, and it just throws you for a loop and definitely gets confusing at some points, but you're just there for the vibes. Just imagine like a late night drive, but something goes really, really wrong. It's just giving those vibes, and I'm here for it. So I would highly recommend you try this book out for the summertime. I feel like I would have enjoyed it more if I did read it in the summer for some reason. Maybe I'm just delusional, but those are my thoughts. The Sweet Life by Porta McIntosh. Now this is a Kindle Unlimited book. I found this author randomly, you guys. I was looking for some quick little summer reads last summer, and I came across this book. Randomly picked it up and absolutely fell in love with not only the book, but this author's writing. She has so many summer coded books over on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're maybe not interested in this one based off the synopsis, I highly recommend checking out some of her other books. I have so many of them on my TBR for this summer specifically, but this one was just super fun because you got the tropical vibes, but then you also got the funny banter because the whole book revolves around trying to create a fake scenario that it isn't. Like our main character is lying to her whole family and she has to find this wedding date on short notice. She literally said that her date is coming to the wedding, yet she hasn't even met this date yet. She has to find one right then and there. It's just super interesting, super funny, and again, you're getting those tropical vibes, which I love to read in the summer. Now, I would say that this is a good spring recommendation too, but it kind of goes hand in hand. So Picking Daisies on Sundays by Lian and Cody. I feel like I pronounce that author's name wrong every single time, but this book I ate up, you guys. The cute vibes that I was getting in this book just made my life complete, basically. It's super, super short, so I was able to binge it really, really quickly. And I feel like with a lot of short books, they feel a little bit rushed, or you feel like you don't really understand the characters fully, or you don't really feel like there was a good ending. This book had it all. I'm telling you, it was so perfect. I rated this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Was not expecting that, especially with how hyped up this book is on TikTok and stuff like that. Let's just say my expectations were met. You're getting golden retriever behavior here, and my favorite part of this whole entire book was that it all made sense in the end. It's one of those romance books that you're not expecting there to be like a oh my gosh, no way moment. This gave you that oh my gosh, no way moment, and I wasn't expecting it, and it made it absolutely perfect. A recent read of mine, Between Hello and Goodbye by Emma Scott. Again, not a very popular author. Her books are on Kindle Unlimited as well. If you are looking for, I want to say, how do I explain this book? How do I explain the vibes? If you want a heartbreakingly devastating romance book that's super wholesome at the same time, set in Hawaii, this is the book for you. It is on the shorter side again. A lot of these are going to be like quicker, short reads that you can just binge in one sitting. That's like kind of my vibe for the summer, and that's why I'm giving you guys these. But this book is the definition of that. You're having a good time, you're liking the characters, you're liking the vibes, and then wow, train wreck, big train just hit you, and you're like, oh my gosh, am I going to survive? Am I going to be okay? Those are the vibes I got from this book. I was shocked. Based on other books I've read by Emma Scott, I know she can write some sad books, but this is one of those ones that you just aren't expecting it, or you don't expect it to hit you as hard, and then you're like, oh wow, okay. Speechless, basically. So I highly recommend this one. It's also really underrated. Not a lot of people know about her books as a whole. And they're available on Kindle Unlimited, so just saying. Another Kindle Unlimited find, How to Honeymoon Alone by Olivia Hale. This one was so random when I read it 2 summers ago now. I literally didn't even read the synopsis. I wanted a spicy, cringy, vacation summer romance read. So I picked up this one. Super short again, but this one's based in Bahamas, you guys. And it is spicy, so be warned, but it's so cute. It's kind of like an unexpected romance, but in the best way possible. It's not too insta-lovey. There's still lots of drama, and you still have a lot of like outside characters trying to create problems and stuff, which I absolutely love. And with a romance book being set in the Bahamas, come on you guys. I literally was transported there with Olivia Hale's writing. I just really enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to look at some of her other books that she has released. Maybe her other ones are on Kindle Unlimited as well, and I can find some new ones that I love by this author. Summer Romance by Annabelle Monaghan. I feel like I also don't pronounce this author's name right, but I listened to this as an audiobook last year, and I actually really enjoyed it. There was definitely times that I kind of zoned out, or I kind of checked out of the book and was just kind of half listening, which did kind of suck. But overall, when I think back to the book, it was still cute. I still got really amazing summer vibes, and I really enjoy Annabelle Monaghan's relationships, like how she kind of creates them, and then they're building and the ending. I really like what she does there. She's a good author, so that one I would recommend. But then I also read Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. This one was pretty interesting. This one was good because there was a lot of drama. There was a lot of like back and forth. I'm not gonna say why, but I read this 2 summers ago, and I still kind of remember the drama that went on in this book, and I was intrigued. I was here for it. It was a vibe, and it was set in like kind of like the beachy vibe, and just gave like the small town coastal aesthetic, and I loved it. Super short again, and I flew through it. Annabelle Monaghan's writing is just one of those ones that you can fly through it really easily, but it's still complex, and I found a lot of good quotes too. Smart Girl Summer by Kristen Rockaway. I'm giving you guys so many underrated summer books, you guys, because last summer I literally spent just picking up random Kindle Unlimited books while I was on vacation, and I ended up loving a lot of them. So you guys are getting the hidden gems here. Our main character decides to take a summer job to tutor a rich businessman's daughter, but the kicker is that they're actually going yachting for the whole summer across Europe. So our main character not only gets to yacht Europe for the whole summer, she gets to tutor this rich man's daughter for like a couple hours a day, and she even gets days off and stuff like that. So the setup of the book is just so absolutely intriguing, but then there's also like a random little romance in there, and it was actually really cute. Kind of age gap, but it wasn't like cringy, disturbing, uncomfortable type of age gap. So I really enjoyed it, and definitely underrated, and it literally transported me to Europe. And I think I was in the south of France at the time when I read this book, so I kind of just connected with it a little bit more because I was also getting those European vibes. It was really good, is basically what I'm trying to say. Now you guys, don't scream. This is coming up in an upcoming reading vlog, so I don't want to say too much, but Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I read an Abby Jimenez book, you guys. You guys should all be so proud of me if you guys aren't new around here. I literally put off Abby Jimenez's books for so long because I was so scared that they were gonna be like Emily Henry's books. Let's just say I really enjoyed this one, okay? I'm putting it on the list for summer recs. I know I'm late, but this one was really good. It was really good. I don't think I've laughed so hard at a summer book in my life. And that is the complete truth. Every single character from this book I absolutely adored. I adored every single one of them, so please read this one. It's very high on my recommendation list. Couple recs here by the same author, Carly Fortune. We have Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Now this book is still a 5-star, you guys. Definitely my go-to summer book rec for new new readers, or if you're looking for just an amazing time during the summer. I freaking love this book. I still love it with my whole entire heart. Literally the best book Carly Fortune has released, hands down. Then we have Meet Me at the Lake by Carly Fortune as well. Now this one was still cute. It's Toronto based, so I kind of loved the vibes of that and literally knew exactly where this author was describing places, like right in that moment, by the street, by the town, by the place that she was visiting. It was really interesting in that way, but it still wasn't as good as Every Summer After. Still a good rec though, and her covers are gorgeous. So I just highly recommend you pick up all of Carly Fortune's books. And then her release that she came out last year, This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Now this one was better than Meet Me at the Lake. Still not Every Summer After top tier, but they're all still decent reads, and I still would recommend you read them in the summertime. You might as well, okay? And Carly Fortune comes out with a new summer book every single year. I already picked it up and I'm super excited to read it. I'm planning on reading it at the beach. If anyone's read it yet, I know it just released, but if anyone has read it, let me know your thoughts. I need to know. I haven't heard like anything about it yet. So Carly Fortune is definitely an author to pick up this summer. Now you guys, I know I don't shut up about this book. I'm sorry I literally throw it into every single book recommendations list. I know it's getting old, but that's just showing you how much I really want you to read this book and love it as much as I do. It's one of those books that when you look at it and you read the description, you're like, okay, it could be good, but I don't really know, or like I'm really hesitant to pick this up. I get it, because that was me too. But when I tell you I read this book in a day, I've also reread it, and I'm planning on rereading it again this summer. That just tells you how much I love it. It's based in the 70s, hello, perfect time, and it's all about family. Like, it's not so much plot driven, it's definitely character driven, but in the best way possible. You're gonna fall in love with our main character, you're gonna fall in love with the little girl, I think her name was Izzy. Oh my gosh, she's like one of my favorite characters, and I don't like reading about kids in books. It's just like not the vibe, but this one is the exception, and this one you have to read. Please read it. Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. Now, I was kind of hesitant to put it on a summer book recommendations list, but when I was reading it, it wasn't summertime, but I was imagining the summertime when I was reading it. Weird, I know, because it's such a sad book and it's just so gloomy and heartbreaking, but the whole time I was just thinking about summer and I don't know why. So I feel like it could be a good summer read because of that. I don't know. I'm bad at giving you guys reasonings, but I do highly recommend you read this book. It is, again, like I said, super sad, but very wholesome. And I really love how Mia Sheridan literally took two broken characters and brought them together to heal in the best way possible. So I don't know. I see it as a summer book recommendation, but then again, it's not like summer coated in your face like all these other recommendations. Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Now I know this is a part of a series, you guys, and I know it is the second book in the series, but this one I had to put on the list because it's based around a summer camp. I don't think it gets much better than that. This was my favorite one in this series so far. I have yet to still read Daydream, but oh my goodness, you guys, this book just took the whole series to the next level. I felt like their connection in this book was top tier perfect. The summer vibes are there. You're getting the camp activities, you're getting the camp counselor vibes, you're getting the realities of being at summer camp, like being a little bit homesick, but then also meeting new friends and all the camp rituals. And like if you went to summer camp growing up and stuff like that, like you are gonna feel the nostalgia of this book. No, that didn't make sense. You're gonna feel nostalgic while reading this book. Highly recommend the whole series, but this book, you guys, come on, it's so good. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, I know you guys are probably like, Gianna, again, like, you think this is summer? Yes, I do think this is summer. When I think of rock and roll, or when I think of like the rock life aesthetic, I'm thinking on the road in the summertime, roughing it, going out late at night, partying with your band and stuff. Like, it's giving full summer vibes to me, and I literally would do anything to reread this for the first time in general, but I would do anything to reread this for the first time in the summer. Like, that is the perfect vibe for me. I want to be sitting on the beach or at a pool or literally on a tropical vacation somewhere and just reading about this band that basically takes over the world. It is such a magical book. These characters are everything to me, and I feel like it just could be so good to read in the summer. And also the book is told in like interview style, so you're reading each line that the character actually says, which is super interesting and something that's obviously a little bit different. I'm trying to give an example to you guys, like this. Daisy, Jonah, Billy, Graham. You're literally reading a script at this point, but it's so freaking good in the audiobook. is amazing. The Nanny by Lana Ferguson. Now this one isn't summer coated in your face. Like, it's not set on the beach, it's not based in the summertime, but if you're looking for a funny romance to read in the summertime, I think this one is absolutely perfect. We have our main character, and she was a former OnlyFans person. Like, she made OnlyFans content previously, and then she kind of like shut that down. She didn't want to do it. So she becomes a nanny. When she figures out whose kid she's actually nannying is a former customer of hers, client of hers, subscriber of hers, whatever you want to call it, that's when it gets interesting. And it's super, super steamy. It's super cute because you have a lot of found family going on at the same time. I know, kind of random combo, but it just makes sense when you read it. So pick up this one if you want to laugh all summer. The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I know this is kind of like a classic of theirs. I know everyone talks about this, but it's a lot cuter than people make it out to be. I just fell in love with the characters of this, and I'm not gonna lie, reading this in Mykonos definitely probably made me love it even more. And it's also Christina Lauren's writing. They are such amazing authors, and if you read a book by them before, you have to pick up this one because I already know you'll love it. Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. Now don't come for me, you guys. I definitely am not in my Colleen Hoover era anymore. I feel like we've all been through some sort of era like that, especially when you are starting your reading journey, but this is the only one that I felt okay putting on this list because I think this is so summer coated. It's so much more than a summer romance. It's so much more than just a romance at hand. These characters are so complex, and they both have traumas in the past, and they both have such strong desires in life but don't really know how to deal with it. So them meeting and them figuring out each other kind of helps them grow together in a way, help each other grow. And so I really would recommend this as a summer read. It's super easy to read. You're just gonna fly through and you're gonna have a good time. And yeah, that's it. I know it's a Colleen Hoover book. I know, I'm sorry, but it was good, okay? Okay, A Love Letter to Whiskey by Candy Steiner. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I literally just needed an excuse to put this in a recommendations video. I freaking love this book with my whole entire soul. Yes, it is chunky. Yes, there's a lot that goes on in it, but it is so worth it. The writing is probably some of the most beautiful writing I've literally ever read in my life. I have so many quotes saved from this book that I still look back to all the freaking time because of how much this book impacted me. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, the only reason I justified me putting this on the TBR is because of the whole surfing vibes. There's some surfing that goes on in this book, and that was reason enough that I could put it on a summer TBR, okay? So please go read this book. Please don't be intimidated. I know it looks a little scary, but I'm telling you, Candy Steiner's writing is so worth it. And make sure you read this version. Do not read the original because then you will be kicking and screaming and yelling at Candy Steiner. Make sure you read this version. 5 Survive by Holly Jackson. Okay, hear me out, guys. This book was very average to me, but I feel like a lot of people would love it if they read it in the summertime. It's giving those summer vibes. We have a group of friends. They're driving to like their school trip or a trip in general, and they have like this huge RV, but then the RV breaks down and they're all stuck inside of this RV, and there's people outside basically trapping them there because some of the people inside the RV has something that the outside people want. So they're basically like in a life or death situation, and they're all trapped in this RV, and they all have to spill their secrets, and like there's a lot of back and forth. The whole book takes place in one night, and you just get a lot of chaos that goes on. It was kind of confusing at times, but I feel like, again, if you are in like a gloomy, summer, mysterious night type vibe, this book could be good. It's not my favorite Holly Jackson book, but it was still good enough to put on this list. I also really quickly just wanted to throw in some like self-help, self-improving book recommendations for you guys on this list as well, because I feel like summer is a time of like healing and like working on yourself and just being present in the moment and being genuinely yourself. So I just thought to throw in some self-love things. Okay, take them if you want them. But the first one is Buy Yourself the Damn Flowers. I did listen to this audiobook last year, and I just loved how this author worded all her topics and all the messages that she was trying to give to you. I just really love how she explained them. She used real life examples and experiences that she had in life that made me just relate to the book so much more. So I really recommend this one, especially if you need some like general reminders or self-love pick-me-ups in a way. I really enjoyed this. Another one is The Mountain Is You by Brianna West. Now, I've read a few books by this author now. I absolutely love them to death. The Mountain Is You is my all-time favorite self-help book I've ever read. It's all about how to turn self-sabotage into self-mastery, which if you're anything like me, This girl over here deals with a lot of self-sabotage. But ever since I listened to this book, it genuinely changed my outlook on a lot of things. It changed my outlook on myself and just kind of how to deal with those moments when you are self-sabotaging, if you realize it or not, when you are, and how to like shut that down real freaking quickly and just avoid those things in general. So highly recommend this as a whole, but for the summertime, it could be perfect. And I also had to throw in Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. This is her memoir, and I feel like a memoir sometimes is perfect to read on the beach, especially if you're entering your 20s or you're in your 20s and stuff like that. I feel like Dolly Alderton explains a lot of stories and experiences that could be valuable to you, or could just be like a haha moment, relatable because you also experience similar things, or you could experience those things if you're able to relate to her and stuff. So this was really, really enjoyable, and I could just picture someone reading this on the beach and having a good time. And lastly, really quickly, we're just gonna go into the 5 book series that I recommend with my whole entire heart. I talk about these a lot on my channel. Well, majority of them I do. So I'm just gonna quickly go through them because I don't wanna blab your ear off too much on books that I literally talk about 24/7. So the first surprise is going to be the Addicted series. Well, Addicted/Calloway Sister series by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This series is my whole entire world, you guys. And that's not an exaggeration. I live, breathe, speak. I don't know that saying, but you get what I'm saying. These books mean everything to me. I feel like you can obviously read them any time of the year, but I know that I'm gonna be picking up more books in this series, specifically in the summertime. It just gives summer vibes. The core 6, hello, they are perfect. And I can't get enough of them. So please pick up this series, please. I'm begging you. We also have the Rebel Blue Ranch series by Lila Sage. These books are so short, very, very bingeable, very spicy, and you're just gonna fall in love with this universe. And if you love the Chestnut Spring series, you are going to absolutely eat up Lila Sage's books. I have read the first 2. I still need to read Lost and Lassoed, and then I still need to pick up Wild and Wrangled. But I'm definitely planning on finishing off this series, or what's come out of it so far, this summer. It is an absolute must. Kind of an underrated recommendation, but the Haven River Ranch series, you guys, by Devney Perry. This is one of her newest series that she came out with. These are the only 2 books out, and I've already read them because I was that obsessed with them. I fell in love with Devney Perry's writing. I'm so excited to pick up more books by her and more in this series when it actually comes out, but I could not recommend these books to you guys more. First of all, look at these covers. I think these are the most gorgeous books that I've picked up in 2025 so far. The covers are gorgeous, the characters are awesome, the writing is absolutely beautiful, and the romance is even better. So highly recommend this, especially if you like not so much the cowboy aesthetic, but more so living on a ranch and those found family vibes of being raised on a ranch. Those are the vibes you're gonna get in this book. Obviously, we have to talk about the Chestnut Spring series. Hello, you guys. This is literally the definition of summer in my brain. I'm literally almost done this series and I'm so sad about it. I just have Hopeless to read. Is that the next one? Hopeless, I think, is the last one. I just have the last book in this series and I'm super sad to see it end, but it's been a wild freaking ride, pun intended, and I just couldn't recommend this series more to you guys. And lastly, I know you guys are probably gonna laugh, but the Summer I Turned Pretty series by Jenny Han. I read each one of these books in a day flat. They're so bingeable, they're so mindless, but they're also so cute at the same time, and you're getting all the summer vibes. And if you haven't watched the TV series yet or haven't read the books, I highly recommend you read the books and then watch the TV series, especially with your friends. I feel like that could be such a fun little activity. I know the series has been out for a while now on TV. I haven't really watched it, to be honest. I only watched the first season, but if you haven't read it or heard about it for some reason, that would be a cute little summer idea you could do with your friends. So I just had to throw it in here in case you've never heard of this series before. But those are officially all of the recommendations that I have for you guys today. I'm so excited to do some more summer reading myself and pick up some new books. I really hope you guys took some summer book recommendations out of this video. These are some of my favorites and I can't wait to discover more. And maybe you guys can even give me some summer book recommendations down below as well. I love taking recommendations from you guys, so I would love to know some of your favorites down below. And if you guys are already picking up summer books, I wanted to release this video right when I'm starting to read summer books. This is now the perfect time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. Make sure you're following all of my social media handles down below. They are always in the description box of every single video. I've been super active on TikTok lately, so if you want bookish content every single day, definitely go check out my TikTok. And on a side note, if you are following along with every single video that I upload, I am feeling much better. We are not sick anymore. I was sick for 2 weeks straight. It was absolutely terrible, but we're back and better than ever. And stay tuned for a new announcement that I have coming up. It's gonna be a fun announcement. Anyways, I hope you guys are having an amazing, wonderful day. I love you guys so freaking much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I literally read this on Mykonos. Hello? Okay, Gianna, that was a little aggressive. For what? Oh my gosh, can Gianna not talk today? What is going on?